This is the final output of the video we're creating today.
My name is Maria. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Video generation using voice output with infinite talk, audio-driven talking AI characters. It's a fully serverless solution, meaning it only costs money while generating. Unlike pods that keep running even when idle, serverless is a great, efficient option for deploying your own app. All the docs, guides, and files are provided for free in the description link below. Make sure to check those first before continuing any further. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe and help me reach 1,000 subs so the channel can get monetized. It really helps me keep making awesome videos like we're setting up a 50+ gigabyte network storage system to store all ComfyUI models. This shared storage will make it easier to access models quickly and use them later for serverless ComfyUI operations. Now, we'll spin up pods connected to the network drive to download the models and test which workflows we'll be using. This setup helps ensure everything runs smoothly before moving to serverless deployment. Make sure to select CUDA version 12.8 and your preferred graphics card when setting up the pods. For the pod template, we'll choose Next Diffusion and ComfyUI Sage Attention to ensure optimal performance and compatibility with our workflows. Now, click Deploy on Demand and monitor the logs to see what's happening. This deployment may take quite a while, so be patient while the setup completes. Now, click on Code Port to open Visual Code and start the automatic Stable Diffusion installation. Wait for the process to finish before proceeding to the next step. When you see that all startup tasks are completed, open the ComfyUI port to launch ComfyUI and start using it. Now, drop the Infinite Talk ComfyUI workflow into the interface. You can find the workflow file in the description link below. Now, it's time to install the missing nodes. Go to Manager, click on Install Missing Nodes, select Check All, and then click Install to complete the setup. Now, restart ComfyUI to apply all the changes and load the newly installed nodes. Now, we need to download the missing required models. To do that, go back to the code editor and start the download process from there. All the download commands and their target folders are provided in the description links below. Just copy and paste each command into the code editor to download the required models. You also need to create an extra model folder called Wave2 Vec2 as it's missing but crucial. Download the Wave2 Vec2 model into that folder. Just follow the written guide carefully and everything will work fine. After all the models have finished downloading, go back to ComfyUI, hit refresh, and then run a quick test to make sure everything is working correctly. Upload an image and an audio file. Make sure the audio is no longer than 6 seconds, since we're just testing the setup right now. Click on Run and wait. The first run usually takes a bit longer, but after that, it'll process much faster.
My name is Maria. Nice to meet you. What's your name? My name is Maria. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
As you can see, the video has been generated successfully. We've tested everything and downloaded all the required models. Now we can close it, as we're all done here. Now, go back to the code editor. We need to move the models folder out of ComfyUI and place it into the workspace folder. You can either copy and paste the command from the docs or simply cut and paste the folder manually. Now, remove all the other folders and keep only the models folder. Once that's done, we're all set. Now, terminate the pods. Since we don't need them running anymore, keeping them active will cost money. Now, it's time to deploy the serverless file. Upload the provided file from the description link to your GitHub repository, and make sure your GitHub account is connected to RunPod for seamless deployment. Next, choose New Endpoint in RunPod. Then select the uploaded GitHub file as your source to set up the serverless deployment. Now, choose your GPU, then update the environment variables, specifically Hugging Face, API, polling max retries, polling intervals. Make sure these are set correctly, because if you skip this step, your deployment will fail. To get your Hugging Face token, create an account on huggingface.co, go to Settings arrow Access Tokens, and generate a new token. Copy it. Now, deploy the endpoint. The first deployment can take a couple of hours. Keep an eye on the logs to track progress. Common issues include testing taking too much time error, upload stuck build error. If you encounter any of these two, simply redeploy the endpoint and try again if any other error. You have to fix the issue, case by case. After a successful deployment, go to Manage, Edit Endpoint, Advanced, and select your network drive. This is important because all of your models are stored there. Wait for rollout progress to finish. Let me explain some part of the serverless template that we deployed. This is the official template we are using from RunPod Worker GitHub, but we can't use this template directly without modifying the file because it's not going to work. Now, let me explain what changes we did. In the Docker file, we added the missing nodes installation. Next, in the handler.py, we modified the handler to accept audio, since it originally only accepted images. We also updated it to output the identified GIF keys for MP4 output. Now, the explanation is done, and the deployment is successful. It's time to test it using Postman. The Postman file is provided in the description link below. Just upload it to your Postman app. Open Postman, add your endpoint ID and RunPod API key, then you're ready to run the test request. Copy the Postman API workflow from the description link, then open Postman and go to your workspace and paste the copied workflow. Paste your images and voice files in base64 format inside the Postman body. If your files aren't in base64, you can easily convert them using any free base64 converter available online. Just search on Google and upload your files there to get the encoded text. Now, click Send to make the request. You'll receive an ID in the response. Copy that ID and paste it into the Get Status request in Postman to check the current status of your job. You'll get the output as a base64 MP4 in the response. Copy the entire base64 string and paste it into Notepad. Then, clean it up by removing any extra or unnecessary data. Keep only the pure base64 video data. Paste the cleaned base64 code into a base64 to MP4 converter. You can find one easily by searching on Google, then click Decode to generate your MP4 video.
My name is Maria. Nice to meet you. What's your name? My name is Maria. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
As you can see, we've successfully generated a video with voice using the serverless setup. Now, we're not done yet. I've created a free, ready-made app for you. You can use it to test your workflow professionally, or even build your own app from it. Open the app file provided in the link below using your code editor. Then, open the README file and carefully follow the steps listed there to set up and run the app. Next, open the .env file and update it with your correct API keys, endpoint ID. Make sure all entries match your deployed setup. Now, start your app using your code editor or terminal. Then open it in your browser to make sure everything is running correctly. Upload your image and audio file. Then click the Generate Video button to confirm it's working. Go back to your RunPod Serverless dashboard. You'll see a request being processed. Wait patiently for the video to generate. Depending on your GPU, it might take a little while.
My name is Maria. Nice to meet you. What's your name? My name is Maria. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
In conclusion, we set up a 50+ gigabyte network drive, downloaded all ComfyUI models, and tested workflows using pods. After installing missing nodes and models, we deployed a RunPod Serverless endpoint, linked it to our network drive, and tested it with Postman. Finally, we built and ran a ready-made app that generates videos with voice, proving our entire setup works end-to-end. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. If you have video suggestions, drop them there as well. And don't forget to like, share, and support the video.